it's Miss Loretta. Welcome to Summer Story Time. Today we're going to do stories about books and libraries. So I have the letter L for libraries, and it makes the sound, and the letter B for books, b. But libraries and books, they're full of words and letters. So we have our ABCs. So we take the B out for just books, but we have A, B, and C to tell us about that we've got lots of words and letters and everything in our books. And you remember what we do when we do a story? We look at the pictures, we listen to the words, we think about what the characters and everybody is doing and feeling in the book. So let's go ahead and get started with Tickle the Clouds. Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around and tickle your nose. Reach down low, reach up high. Story time's beginning, so say hello. Hello, my friends. So, libraries and books. And look, we've got books. What color books do you see that we have? Purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And we're going to do a special search and find at the very end with our books. But let's go ahead and get started with I hide my hands. I hide my hands, I shake my hands, I give a little clap. I shake my hands, I clap my hands, I fold them in my lap. All right. So the first story we're going to do today is called Lola at the Library. When you have a book from a library, and it's a bigger book, sometimes you use a bookmark. And this is one that one of my friends made for me to clip on so I can read and stop some point if I can't read the whole book through. Today, we'll read all our books all the way through. But if you're doing a big fat chapter book or something, sometimes you can't finish. Lola at the Library by Anna McQuinn and illustrated by Rosalind Beardshaw. Lola at the Library. Lola loves Tuesdays. On Tuesday, Lola and her mommy go to the library. The library opens at 9 o'clock, but Lola is ready to go long before that. She puts all her books she borrowed last week in her backpack. Her library card is also very important. The library is not very far away, so Lola and her mommy always walk there. Do you walk to the library, or do you live far enough away that you come in the car? Lola and her mommy give back the books from last week. The librarian buzzes them through the machine. There is a special section in the library just for children. Sometimes there is singing. Lola knows all the words and the hands for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Sometimes there is story time. Lola loves that. After story time, Lola chooses her books. In the library, she can have any book she wants. Lola likes stories with bears and anything with shoes. There are so many, it takes ages to choose. Do you have a hard time sometimes picking out which books you want to take home? Mommy has some books too. The librarian buzzes them through the machine, then stamps the date inside. Lola must bring them back in 2 weeks, but she will probably be back long before then. Do you come to the library every week? You come every couple of weeks? Lola and her mommy always get a snack after visiting the library. Mommy has a cappuccino and Lola has juice. Whenever Lola has been good, her mommy lets her taste the foam. Then it's time to go home again. Every night after Lola is tucked in bed, her mommy reads her a story. It's the best way to end the day. Don't you think so? A book is the best way to end the day. And that is the end of our book, Lola at the Library by Anna McQuinn. Okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to do a song called A is for Alligator. So we're going to have to stand up for this one. We're going to do A is for Alligator. We're going to chomp like an alligator. We're going to bounce a ball. We're going to do C is circle, and we're going to turn around, and then we're going to get dizzy and sit down. So are you ready? Here we go. A is for alligator. Chomp, chomp, chomp. B is for ball. Bounce, bounce, bounce. C is for circle. Turn round and round. D is for dizzy. Let's all sit down. All right, good job, my friends. I've got another book for us. This one is called Book, Book, Book by Deborah Bruss and illustrated by Tiphanie Beeke. Oh, look at all that bright yellow pages there. This one is called a dedication page to my mother for her support and for my father for his humor. And that's for the author says, and for the illustrator, she says, Mikey and Balder with love, TB, which stands for Tiffany Beck. Down at the farm, all was well until, look, everybody looks like they're having a great time, don't they? The children went back to school and the animals had nothing to do. They had no rides to share, no tug of war to play, no one to scratch behind their ears or ruffle their feathers. In the bright morning sun, the horse hung his head. The cow complained, and the goat grumbled. The pig pouted, and the duck dozed off. And the hen heaved a sigh. Long about noon, with the sun high above the barnyard, the hen squawked, I'm bored, and I'm heading to town to find something to do. The animals followed her down the road. Look, here's a sign that says library. Look, clucked the hen. Happy faces. That must be the place we're looking for. I'll go in and see if I can find something to do. Nay, nay, whinnied the horse. You're too small for such a big job. Leave it to me. This is the public library. The horse clip-clopped in. Politely he asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the horse. All she heard was nay, nay. So the horse hung his head and clip-clopped out. Next, the cow plodded in. Politely she asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the cow. All she heard was moo, moo. So the cow complained and plodded out. Now it was the goat's turn, and he trotted in. Politely he asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the goat. All she heard was baa, baa. So the goat grumbled and trotted out again. Slowly the pig ambled into the library. Politely she asked for something to do, but all the librarian heard was, what do you think? Oink, oink. So the pig ambled out to tell her friends. Up flapped the hen, and she announced, I am going in, and no one is going to stop me. Into the library she flapped. Book, clucked the hen politely. The librarian looked around and said, What's that noise? Book, book, clucked the hen. The librarian scratched her head. Who's that? She asked. Book, 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 clucked the hen quite clearly. Oh, is that what you want? Asked the librarian, and she handed the hen 3 books. Look at all the other animals. Do they look happy now? I think so. Well, look, everybody's going back to the farm. The hen's got the books under her wing. Back at the farm, the horse, the cow, the goat, the pig, the duck, and the hen gathered around the books. The barnyard was filled with neighs and moos and baas and oinks and quacks and books. Their sound of delight lasted until sundown. All the animals were happy except for the bullfrog. And do you know what he said? I already read it. Doesn't that sound a lot like the way a frog goes? Ribbit, read it. And that is the story of book. Okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to stand up and do 2 little feet. Okay, we're going to do 2 little feet. Are you ready? 2 little feet go tap, tap, tap. 2 little hands go clap, clap, clap. 2 little feet go jump, jump, jump. 2 little hands go thump, thump, thump. 1 little body turns round and round, then sits quietly down. Okay, my friends, I've got 1 more book for us, and then we'll do our special little search and find. This one is called Book. This was written by Kristine O'Connell George and illustrated by Maggie Smith. And it was published by Clarion Books. My gift is flat and square. Rip that paper. What's in there? What do you think it is? Do you know? Remember what our stories are about today? That can give you another hint. Let's see. Book! There it is. It's a red book. Can you tell what's on the outside? Let me turn it over. See what it is? It's a bunny. I like the way you open. I can turn your pages by myself. Can you look? There's more bunnies inside that we can see. I like the way you close, and I can put you on my shelf. Who all is watching while he does all these things? There's a little elephant and the kitty cat. And there's a little frog too. I can read you to the cat. Or upside down. Or maybe. Can you do upside down? Wear you like a hat? Is that what we do with books? Not usually, no, we read them. I can show you to the baby. Look, the baby likes bunnies. I can take you on a wagon ride to my secret place. Look, he's got his little elephant, his blankie. Where both of us can hide. You see his secret place? There it is under the table with his blankie over top, and his books and his little elephant. Now look who's in the little wagon. After that, we find an empty lap before I take my nap. What's she going to do up on his lap? Yeah. What's he going to do up on her lap? Yep, he's going to have her read it. We'll read you warm and snug. Book. Look, there's his little toes. I'll give you a hug, book. Open wide, look inside. Oh, there he is. He's looking at the book again. Book. Look, he's all snuggled up. There's his elephant watching. He's snuggled up with his book and his blankie. And the kitty's snuggled up next to him. And that is Book. Okay. What we're going to do next is something called wiggle worm. So, wiggle worm, hiding in a book. Wiggle worm, where should we look? Let's see, we've got the purple, the blue, green, yellow, orange, red. You think it's behind the purple one? Let's see. Nope, no wiggle worm there. Wiggle worm, hiding in a book. Wiggle worm, where shall we look? Shall we look behind the blue one? Yeah. Look, there's a little wiggle worm. But we still have 4 books. Do you think there's more wiggle worms? Let's look. Wiggle worm, hiding in a book. Wiggle worm, where shall we look? Which one should we do next? Oh, you think we should go over here to the yellow one? All right, let's look behind the yellow one. No, no wiggle worm there. Okay, wiggle worm, hiding in a book. Wiggle worm, where shall we look? Let's look behind the green one. Nope. We got 2 more. We got orange and red left. Wiggle worm, hiding in a book. Wiggle worm, where shall we look? We should do the orange one. Yeah, okay. Ready? Look, there's another wiggle worm. Look, he's different. Maybe there's another one behind the red one. Let's see. Wiggle worm, hiding in a book. Wiggle worm, where should we look? Behind the red one. Let's see. No, we have just 2 wiggle worms. Okay. And that's all I have for you today, other than we have to do. This is big. Are you ready? This is big. This is small. This is short. This is tall. This is fast. This is slow. This is yes. This is no. This is stop. This is go. Goodbye, my friends. Thank you for coming to Summer Storytime. Hope to see you again real soon.